we still need to get the moon on its stick.
Okay.
Got it.
No, you should have put it on the other end of the stick. You can hold on to the broken end.
Oh, it's not.
All right. So, Annika, can you put the phases of the moon underneath the Earth? So, we're going to put that and put the Earth right there on top. And can you show me where the sun... Yep, you're pointing the sun from the same direction that the sunlight arrows are showing, right? Okay, so it also has all of the phases of the moon in order. Now, which direction does the moon revolve around the Earth?
It revolves around the Earth this way, which would be counterclockwise.
Exactly, very good. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Annika, and I'm going into 7th grade.
I'm Natasha, and I'm going into 5th grade.
Yay!
I know it's hard to believe.
Okay, so, and we talked about before that the sun, is it big or small?
The sun is really big.
Right. And is this the correct distance that the sun is from the Earth?
No.
No.
Never.
So in order for us to represent all of the light that could possibly come from the sun, we might have to move our flashlight back and forth, but we keep it on the same side, always pointed in the same direction, right?
Right.
But because the moon is going to revolve around the Earth, we might have to move the sun a little bit to make sure that the moon is always in the sunlight, right? Okay, so Natasha, can you put... Right, but we always keep it on that side and try to keep it about the same distance. Okay, so how much of the moon is lit right now?
A half of it.
Right,
Annika.
it is. But what phase is it in?
New moon.
Right. So if you move yourself so that you're looking at the moon from the Earth, is that where you would... Are you looking at the moon from the Earth in that position, Annika? Where do you have to be to pretend to be the Earth?
Back here.
Yeah. So you have to move all the way around.
Wow.
So, Tasha, can you keep the moon right there in the new moon phase? And we're not having an eclipse right now, so make sure that you keep it out, keep the Earth out of the shadow. Okay?
Can't see the moon? There it is.
You need to keep the moon just a little bit higher because it's not creating an eclipse right now, right? But it is still between the Earth and the sun, right? And still half lit? Okay, so Annika, as you are looking at the moon, whoa, what do you see?
I'm seeing a...
Are you seeing any moon?
No.
I'm seeing actually a little bit of the moon. I'm seeing...
Are you seeing any lit moon?
Yes.
Really?
A little bit of it. It's like a Cheshire cat.
That's because
smile.
Tasha doesn't have it directly. If you have it directly,
It should be a new moon, but
Cor-
it's not.
Tasha, you have it directly between the Earth and the sun?
Yes.
Okay, Annika.
Still Cheshire cat smile.
Ouch. Sorry, I didn't mean to put my knee on your fingers. I don't know about you, but maybe you just need to put your head down a little bit more because I don't see any moon.
I still see the moon.
You're not being helpful.
Sorry, but I do.
You see a phase of the moon? Oh, you see like... Tasha, put it down.
Or you see
That's
my
because
face.
Tasha's not keeping it in the right position. You have to keep it directly between the Earth and the sun. Right?
Right, that's a new moon.
Right. Now we've got a new moon, except Tasha's moved it again.
Yeah.
It has to be in alignment. If it's not in alignment, it's not going to be a new moon. Okay, so if you move the moon 1/8 of the way around the Earth, so move it to the next position, and now in order for you to see, put yourself in direct lineup with the moon and look at it from Earth, where do you have to go, Annika?
That's
Right here.
Right, you have to move around so that you're looking at the moon. Now, what phase of the moon do you see?
I see a crescent.
You see a crescent. That's exactly what you should see. Is it, Tasha? Keep it.
Ow.
Do you see waxing crescent or waning crescent? Can you pull it up a little bit, Tasha?
I see waxing crescent.
Yeah, it doesn't videotape very well. It's much better when you've got... Yeah, the shadows aren't showing up on the video very well.
That stinks.
That does stink. All right, Tasha. Right, now what phase of the moon are you in? Shows it better over here.
1/4.
Tasha, you have to have it at an exactly right angle. Do you know what a right angle is, Natasha?
Nope.
It's like square. Right, exactly. Very good. Right angle is like that. So you have to have the sun in direct line up with the earth, and then the moon is at a right angle.
Right now it's a 1st quarter.
Excellent. All right, Tasha, keep moving that moon. And Annika continues to line herself up. Tasha, do you have it high enough so that Annika can see?
Okay, that's the waxing gibbous.
Excellent. Next phase, Tasha. And please notice that Annika is having to continue to move herself around so she can look at the moon from directly behind the earth.
Full moon.
Excellent. All right. And now you're going to have to get up and move around, Natasha, to be able to do this. Uh-oh, she's going to climb over.
Ah!
And
And you crushed something.
that's okay.
It's not unusual for Annika.
Tasha, don't be mean. All right, so Annika, Tasha, you got it at a right angle. We're still over there. All right. Now, Annika, what do you see?
I see a 3rd quarter.
Should not.
Right now
Oh,
I see
that's because you're not lining up right behind. You have to line up so that you pretend to be on the earth.
Waning gibbous.
Okay. And now we have it over here.
Yep, that's the 3rd quarter, all right.
Okay, and move it again.
I can't see it, the moon.
Tasha, move.
I don't
Your moon is a little bit too close. There you go.
Okay, I see waning crescent.
Excellent. And then back around here again.
Once more, it's the new moon.
Excellent. Okay, so Tasha and Annika, why don't you change places? I think Tasha's arm is getting a little bit tired.
Poor arm.
Poor arm. And now each of the people in the team should do that so that they can have a chance of seeing all of the phases exactly how the moon is, because it's changing perspective. Now, did the actual amount of the moon that was lit change at any time during that?
No.
How much of the moon was always lit?
Half.
Excellent. You guys are such good learners. Okay.
We already knew that for so long.
No, I didn't know that.
Okay.
What? Seriously?
I just said that.
Okay.
What?
All right. So now, Natasha, get back down here. Stop flopping.
Mm-mm.
Thank you. All right. So now we want to do the eclipses. So for a solar eclipse, what position does the moon have to be? Because remember, eclipse means that the thing that we're saying is eclipsed is where the light is being blocked. So a solar eclipse means the sun is blocked, and a lunar eclipse means the moon is blocked, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And we've talked about the umbra and the penumbra. So Annika, can you explain what the umbra is? Do you remember what that was from yesterday?
No.
Okay, Tasha, can you explain? Because you remember we were doing it and you were doing the eclipse yesterday. The umbra is what part of the shadow?
The part that is light, the part that's dark.
Right, the darker part of the shadow is the umbra.
The penumbra is what it's like.
Right. So can you please move the moon a little bit closer to the earth, because we're not going to be able to get a good eclipse on there. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we're looking at an eclipse, and the umbra will be a darker center part. So can you move the moon a little bit closer and a little bit farther away? Okay, what happens to the darkness?
It gets bigger.
Right. And if you pull it farther away, what happens to the shadow?
It gets smaller.
Smaller.
The darker part gets smaller, and then there's a light shadow around the outside that gets bigger. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the umbra gets smaller as the moon is farther away.
But
and
the penumbra
gets bigger farther away, right. Yeah. Exactly. And then the closer it is, the umbra gets bigger.
And the penumbra gets smaller.
Very good. Very good. And let's see here. And if you're going to see an eclipse